Hi, this is Flash Trasman back with another Suzerain. Will of the State. Where did we leave it? Not far from the election. We've got the economy's finally recovering, but we've got internal problems because Lilius up here, and one of our own betrayed us because she doesn't think we're fit for government. So we've got our own USP candidate stand against us in the upcoming vote. We've got on the brink of a nuclear war with Wumberg, Vagsland with United Cantana, and our lot down here, Acacia, and this lot down here are completely scanning. So let us carry on. I have genuinely no idea of how long this is going to go on for. I could transfer my cash reserve from Sordland to Kerut. What does it do? My future in Sordland is in doubt. It may be the right time to diversify my resources and keep my money reserve accessible in case of unexpected departure. Now, after press code of that, that's going to be no. Don't move. If the press got hold of that, I'd get slaughtered in more ways than one. Right, so let's go and have a private meeting with David Wishney in the office of President of Sordland. David had scheduled a private meeting with me. He didn't specify what it was about. Oh, he's coming to the log guard, isn't he? I had a knock on the door. Mr. President, may I come in? Yes, David, please come in. Thank you. I don't like the way this is going, I really don't. He slowly made his way towards the chair in front of my desk and sat down. First of all, thank you for your time. Anything for you? I want to ask you how you are doing. Honestly, I'm tired, David. I'm tired of it all. I know the feeling. Oh, I know the feeling. Trust me, I know. Sometimes you just want to throw it all the responsibility and escape. Perhaps into the wilderness, perhaps into the sea. I don't like the chances of this conversation, really. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But I could never do that. Fortunately, men are bound by their duty and their responsibility to the nation. He started coughing. What a privilege for me. I had a chance to watch my student grow into a fine, strong leader in my lifetime. What a privilege indeed. He's dying, I think, hence the coughing. You try to bring your best to bring reform to Sordland. This is valiant in itself. It is okay to feel frustrated by failure, but change unfortunately doesn't happen easily. You're right there. You've saved the path for future generations to follow, and they will remember you for it. Do whatever I can to leave a good word for the ones who come after us all. You are too kind, Mr. President. Coughed again, this time for longer. How are you feeling about your chances? Yeah, I don't think we're going to win personally. Good, that's what the leader should say. I'm afraid I have an announcement to make to you. Why, what's wrong? After our term is done, I will be retiring. For what reason? I've been in silent work for many decades now. I swore an oath to myself years ago. I would quit if I ever felt like I didn't have a physical capability to serve anymore. At this point, I would become a hindrance. That's fair enough. Time has come, Mr. President. My bones are aching, my hands are shaking, my voice is failing. Look at him, he's ancient. Besides, I'm sure you could find a young minister who's a little more full of life. He winked at me and chuckled, which turned into another cough. Yep, it meant to teach and a friend. It's an honour. David's up to leave. Hug him. I want to mention something. And Governor Alman lowered his voice. We are probably being watched. I must be very brief. Be careful of the military. I think they are planning something. Oh, great. I've lived off to see 2 coups in my lifetime. Let's just say I've gotten better at recognising the signs. You must remember what happened to my father Anton. Just be careful and take care of your family. Oh, great. And I've just not moved my wealth abroad. Take this as last piece of advice from me. Best of luck, Anton. Thank you. Okay then. It's all going to go a bit horribly wrong, isn't it? Oh, let's what came up there. Let's officially put forward forward a bit to join bid. I think that's a typo to join ATO. It is likely they'll be entering the cases first president tentatively accepts their bid. Yeah, that's stepping up a little bit. That puts ATO on the front line against Unidad Quintana there. If it goes off, that's where it's going to go off his ear. And they're the unknown quantity over there. Well, they don't know what they're going to need, but they're the wild card there. Okay, let's see if I survive that long. Let's read that one. The Alliance of Nations intelligence confirmed the information from Brigadier whistleblowers true. Rumburger do have nuclear weapons capable of affecting Sordland and Hisimacopia. Oh great, we're going to get nuked. Now, ex-Interior Minister Lily Esgraff challenging Mr. President Antonio for following a resignation. A Congress has been called with members of the USP will determine the party's future leadership. At the Grand National Assembly, both Graff and Rayne will make speeches, after which the vote will be cast. Oh great, that's not going to go well. Alright, let's read here. The Minister announced the challenge President Rayne to the party's leadership. Okay, radical Workers' Party is coming strong. That's interesting. So the Bloodish, they're saying they're not just the Workers' Party of Bloody aren't just for Bloodish, they're getting both swords and agno swords. Swordish. Anyway, geopolitics retires. Okay, so okay, I think my chances of getting a second term are getting slimmer by the day, especially with that warning from Foreign Affairs man. Right, United Sordland Party Congress. It was a day of the United Sordland Party Congress for the third time in the party, and Sordland's history, a candidate for the. I'm going to start that again. It was a day of the United Sordland Congress for the third time in the party, and the Sordland's history, a candidate was challenging on an incumbent president. My new chauffeur was driving me to the Grand National Assembly for the historic event. I looked out the window as we passed through the small fast dividing moon palace from the Assembly. I thought about the day I announced my candidacy against Edward Alfonso when he was still president. I remembered how just a few years before that Edward had challenged Tarquin. There's history for this, isn't there? The incumbent always gets knocked out by the challenger. We left turn out of the force and entered the vast garden area of the Assembly. We parked the car at the front of the gate and led to the USP's wing of the Assembly. The guy gave me a salute as I left the car and entered the building. Inside I joined a crowd of influential politicians, lobbyists and benefactors who gathered for this turning point. It was almost time for the debate. The crowd dispersed and the members of the USP went inside Congress Hall. United Sordland banners hung from every possible spot. I tried to mentally prepare my speech for but the lingering memories from the first leadership races were making it hard for me to focus. Suddenly Peter approached me behind and put my hand on his shoulder. My man's here, come on, let's get this vote over with. Yeah, I can't shake for losing today. There's no match for you, you've got this. I'm not too sure, mate. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I wish I could be that optimistic. Strode past me door, accompanied by a large group of supporters. Instead of the usual beige, she wore a yellow-green skirt and blazer. Gloria Torres was on her right. Yeah, she's the speaker. Won't even bother. Oh, that's a shock. It's not a shock, but it's a shock. To ignore them as I entered the hall, Peter took us his wait for the session to begin. Look, it's starting. To introduce the candidates. Ladies and gentlemen, the hall fell silent when he started speaking. We've gathered here today in the 28th Congress of the USP for the third leadership race in its history. On this occasion, for my 23rd party, I'm honoured to be opening the historic session today. Members of the USP will soon be voting on whether President Rayne or Lewis Graff will assume leadership going forward. Before we begin the selection process, I'd like to invite both candidates to give us very short speeches. I'm up first. I stood up to the podium and reporting up me, so I shook his hand before I began addressing the party. Fellow members, do we go with this brother and sisters lark again? Yeah, go on, let's use it all the time. Okay. Together. Let's cover that. That's the past 4 years. I took office to bring reform to this country. People wanted reform from us. Yet they did not want me to succeed, and together we tried to resist the establishment. I took a deep breath. I'm here to do more, to bring meaningful change. Nobody can stop us. I may have made mistakes, but I promise that nobody can stop us. I'm here to do more, to bring meaningful change. Let's go with that one. Help me continue our fight to make this country great. This is not time for division. I promise to bring the recession under control in no time. This is not time for division. Yes. Please out under the flag one more time. It does not fall. Do not fall to Miss Graff's lie. She betrayed our trust by leaving a very important office. She's right. Graff is a puppet of Tarquin's soul and the old god, nothing else. Ooh, that's ooh. The puppet Tarquin's soul and the old god, nothing else. Do you want? Yeah, upon the wheel there, a lot of old guard there. Do you want to give control of this part to a woman who ran away from her duties? Yeah, go on, let's go with that. Let's go that to stick. I know you'll do the right thing. Let me again. Let's go with Morgan as Carter. Let me turn and walk back to my seat to sound of round applause. Okay. I'm genuinely nervous about what's going to happen. I really am. My heart's beating like you don't know what. Okay. Lucian spoke from this podium again. As I didn't know, I'd like to invite the candidate to the stage. You're one of the most experienced and respected. I just don't trust this guy. I think he's going to bury me. He's stacking out. He's building it up, isn't he? He's building it up. Why do I think he's going to stab me in the back? What? Eyes had a fire in them that I'd never seen before. Lydia's walked up to the podium accompanied by an old nationalist song about the swordish Civil War, a letter in tatter, nor sheeny, or the light of the darkness. Fellow Suzerain candidate for leadership of the Great United Sordland Party. Tapped her eyes. Forgive me, it's a beautiful song. It fills me with emotion. My opponent might call it a weakness, I consider it a strength. It brings me hope to see our energy in this Congress hall today. Hope alone does not suffice. Don't listen to songs any longer. I wanted to sing from the rooftops. Right, what is that what you want to tell you right now? You want a president who will stand bravely against the wealthy elites in their mansions rather than kowtow to their every demand. But that's what you are, though. You want a sword that respects its culture and founding values. You want a strong, united Sordland. I'm here to tell you, yeah, she's going to win. You rule the state, become more and more alienated from the values that make us who we are, and the deplorables who stand silent against this sink deep into quagmire of moral and cultural corruption. He tore his wife away from her rightful place at home and forced her into politics in the name of women's liberation. That recession. Soldier people are still suffering. He's a disgrace to the name of Tarquin's cell. We can't allow him to take the accomplishments of this party any further. He's going too far. She wants to result change. It will change, Peter. You're more confident. You're a lot more confident than I am. Here's my advice. I have no choice but tender my resignation. Oh man, I believe I do have a united Sordland. Sordish people. Lord on the side, I will elevate this party and this glorious nation to the heavens. Mr. Rayne, your family is still here to bring the walls down, the walls you built. Don't do anything. From my ballot box, next on my name and lie that drop in the ballot box. After all of us count, we sat back and waited for the announcement. Right. We're 15 minutes into round two, into this Latest is, I think we're about to end. I think I'm going to lose. Results already. After counting every vote, we've come to a conclusion. The winner, leadership vote, is determined to be... Oh, you're kidding me. Yep, she won. Wow. Isn't the darkened finger blur? Are you okay, Anton? I am fine. Season sighed deeply. We had a good one, didn't we? And so ends the biggest mistake of our lives. So ends we had a gun, didn't we? Peter laughed. Sure, buddy. Ever again, knowing, would you? If you had to do this all over again, knowing this is how it would end, would you? I'd make different choices. I'm sure this is not the only way things could have ended. We'll never know. Now, retire, announce your retire from Park's end of your term. Took a deep breath. From a pleasure and great sorrow to address you for what may be the last time. I know when I'm not wanted. Since I screwed up, it's not my fault. I'm just plain tired. I failed you. It's not my fault. Solving I feel the country in shambles. There was nothing I could have done to make things better. My program bumped me every term by trying to compromise with them. I compromised your trust. Constant traction from illness abroad made it impossible. Yeah, let's go after them. I'll leave politics and try to change the system from the outside. Don't my family. Cover that one. As for my successor, yeah, let's go after that one. I'd rather you vote PFJP when it's been an honour to serve you. That was it. Turning back President was nearly over. This was the beginning of the end. Bugger. Okay then. It's a sore loser. Okay, press don't like. They don't like me. Says retirement. Right. Okay. Radical. Lame duck. Endorses PJFP. PFJP. Okay. At home. Yuming. Frank has come to dinner for the first time in months. I told everyone I wanted family supper like the old days. Protesters waiting for me outside to get to the complex. Look at them, to go to your door. Once inside, I lock the door behind me. It was coming my way. Hi, Papa. Hugger. How at school today? Shrugged. On the price for science fairs, I think just off because they know we're smarter than boys. You might be right. That's what pointed to the kitchen. Mum's in there. I've got to say hi before dinner. I followed her with my eyes. As I went upstairs, she started to look more and more like her mother. I stepped into the kitchen. Monica was stirring a pot on the stove, her back turned to me. Then turned to stop me like that. After the parade. You're right, I wonder it again. Can't believe Sergio's gone. I can't believe my career's over, dear. Why don't you go and fix yourself a drink in the living room? I sat down in the living room, poured myself a whiskey and flipped through one of the women's magazines. Burst through the door. Sorry I'm late, some of those guys knew. I'd convinced them who I was really your son. I was getting suspicious of them. Shit, Dad, that parade was a close call. I thought the ball was bad. It wasn't, yeah, hope his family are doing okay. Only came running down the stairs. Frank, hi Pipsqueak. They looked at me for a minute, started chatting about their schools. In the door, he smiled warmly, sighted three of us. Dinner's ready. This is like the Last Supper. This is generally like the Last Supper. I had to say something. Appears to be hard on all of us. As I was busy focusing on these sort of people, I forgot about the Sordland Whisper with my own wife and children. I know I haven't been there for any to do. I know I haven't been there for any of us as much as I should have. I'm so grateful to all of you to support me through this. I hope someday we'll be able to put bones have a normal family life again. Yeah, really. So shining, but right now there's no time. We need to get out of Sordland, all of us. Do we want to do that? Yeah, I think we do. Shot. Right in there. Military's after me. After what happened, that's safe. I'm not there. It's safe anymore. Neither are you. Disbelief, trembling. Oh, is that true? Are they going to kill us like they killed Serge? Of course not, sweetie. Come on, Mum. None of us know what these people are capable of. Mum is right. I know, but you'll be able to come back to that. We need to lie low for now. Yep, you're right there. Yeah, it's bad. My professors are saying it, and it could be a lot worse. It could get a lot worse. I wouldn't mind leaving for a while. Not confused. Papa, where are we going to go? I thought, if I'm Karoo, the only true neutral country I knew of. A little house in the mountains wouldn't cost much. Find out once we get there, to be a surprise. A new friend's security school system is a lot better than Sordland's anyway. This is crazy, Dad. When do you want to leave? In a week we need to make sure tomorrow morning make sure our tracks are covered first. Silently call, we're going on an adventure, sounds something like that. Let's finish dinner at least. Yeah, alright. The monarch can do no one deep thought. We were done, we cleared our plates and went to our rooms. We did a lot of packing to do. We're legging it basically. Anything else? Wow. See if we can get out of Sordland alive. Let's have a look at this one. Is it a one against non-essential trouble? Okay. Accept to visit sick or dying relatives. Okay. The new powers have been granted. The British military have seemed responsible for keeping the peace in Sordland's board over local police. Every troop has been dispatched to maintain going arrest in Sordland. We're heading to another civil war. Camp Strongarm. Camp Strongarm. Right. I woke up, look on the door, measure up my look, it was 58. On my slippers, I can sleep soundly. They come to get me. Look on the ladder this time. Keep walking towards the door. Look through the peephole. That's how to cut off a few soldiers. We need to talk to President. This is urgent. Tell what it's about first. Do it. Scary thud on the door. The door shook on its hinges. Right down, horse was trembling. Gone. We have to run now. Anton told me to my house. Checking for threats. Once we're done, we stood ready. So I looted him. So the time is over, Mr. President. You're under arrest for the crimes against Sordland. Treason conspired against all other people. How long have you been planning this? Since the day you betrayed your country. The government ensured the well-being of Sordland and its people. Abolished along with immunity of the members of the Parliament. An additional curfew is now in effect, gathering abandoned until further notice. All government officials who are suspected of betraying their country will face trial in military court, made to answer for their crimes. Fantastic. Yep. He will have to wait in Antwerp prison till his trial. Take him, appear at the door. Okay, it's almost in. Look at my eyes. Everything will be fine. Take care. No. General handcuffs. I know there's no way out. Stopped in his tracks and looked at his confirmation. He nodded. Realised I still had my slippers on. I'm a criminal, engine with life, I stock move in. We ain't gonna get a trial. Pushing continue. Okay then. Alright then. Alright then. Let's press continue because I'm okay then. Sometime later. Okay, I'm calling over an last can of Jaipur India Pale Ale, 5.9% from Thornbridge Brewery. Okay, I'm still alive anyway. I'll have to see, so let's go. Waiting for the day of trial, Anton Locke. Whatever it is. Okay. My 14th scratch on the wall when the warden opened the cell door. It was my first time seeing a person since the military detained me. And we started walking. I had barely enough energy to ask where we were going. I assumed the worst. He told me today was the day of the trial. While we were walking, I caught myself my reflection in the metal door. Showing my condition. The conditions I've been held on was showing. I was the only person loaded into prison. Took after a couple of hours had passed before it came to a stop. Executive, I'm dead. There's absolutely no way I'm getting out of this. So the signature has been caught. Headed towards the court table, take a seat. I saw the Sordland forces hanging off from the walls, covering the crest of the Supreme Court. The room was completely empty except me and the soldiers on guard. I looked at the vacant seats on the bench, opened the door, entered alone. I watched him take his seat comfortably. Normally you are supposed to rise for Judge enters the room, Mr. Rayne. You are no Judge usurper. Cranky, aren't we? I suppose staying in cell for weeks does to people. No time to waste, let's begin. Under the case of Anton Rayne, the former president of Sordland. Do you know why you're here? No, I don't. I expect accidents until the end. High treason against Sordland. What high treason? What you're going to cook up? High treason. Yeah, go on, let's do that one. Let's just, I'm going to get a bullet in the back of my head, there's no doubt about that. Or, shut your mouth, you only speak when you're spoken to. You have failed to govern your people, and instead the result of your actions are revolting. If we can't put an end to this, and if you can't put an end to this, then we will. You spat on the foundation this country was built on. It gets to me that you are actively trying to destroy our country from the inside. Any enemy of Sordland must pay the ultimate price. What do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Rayne? To know this is deployed to insult democracy along with my presence. I won't play along. Does it even matter at this point? For myself, let's go with that one. Let's just, what's the point? I shan't say that word because YouTube won't like it. You dare say that to the head of your own country's military, you're an incorrigible traitor, Mr. Rayne. Yes, you are Mr. Rayne. They will thank me for getting rid of you. Need to listen any further. Verdict of the case. I took a deep breath. Firing squad, gotta be. Okay. Okay. Oh, what's happening now? 1958 Super Council, as he tapped the gavel, sound echo of an empty court, removed from his seat. Know what's coming next. You felt that you were angry at everyone who betrayed you. Did best for Sordland no matter what. The next words you heard were guilt. I heard that you are guilty. You thought you were about to go down history as a victim of yet another one of Sordland's coups. That you wasn't done speaking. For the magnitude of your crimes you have committed against Sordland, I've sentenced you to life in prison. Soldiers grabbed yours and started you walking towards the door. As you were walking, you declared you'd take. I thought I'd get put in front of the fire. So declared that you will take revenge, which I will do. Your skull was cold and lonely. The only decoration you put on your damp walls was photos of Frank and down there for a while. Reading was the only thing you could do. After finishing your precious book, set by Monica, you kept it off busy by writing your memoir. You were happy that at least your family were allowed to visit once a month. Time flies in jail. You learnt in prison that after 2 years the military junta finally gave the power back to people. The political parties and the Grand National Assembly were re-established. You didn't care very much. Yeah. Frank visited you for the first time in years, 1964, bringing his wife and son, the remainder you and your family in better times. You heard your grandson for the first time. He started crying. Frank told you that he joined the ranks of the People's Freedom and Justice Party. You said you would about the future, congratulated him. After 7 years in jail, Sordland's new president finally granted amnesty to political prisoners from the military rule days. You looked yourself in the mirror as you were packing your belongings to leave. Wow, that's not. You got your head growing old. You looked for your steps out. Freedom felt good. Monica, Diana, and Frank were waiting for you. Unfortunately, years hadn't been kind to Monica, but they hadn't been kind to you either. Getting used to being free. A few months took years. You finally felt confident enough to plan out what you're going to do the rest of your life. You chose to have another shot at politics. Go on then. Not dead yet. You tried to get back to politics. It was Sordland had changed too much. The political spheres formed. After the coup did not accept you, you had to work menial through honest jobs to get by. At least you were free. Week after her 70th birthday, a woman knocked on your door. She was a young upstart journalist, fascinated by your last story. No matter what you did, she kept coming back. Finally, you gave in. She said she was working on a book about you. To take finally ever wondered if what it would take. Let's hope the best you could. After many hours of interview, she said she'd had enough information disappeared from your life. You looked up the name she had given you but couldn't find it anyway. You suspected she'd used an alias. You wonder why. You heard a knock on the door. It was a delivery man with a large heavy package. The package was filled with copies of books with a small note on the top of it. Thank you, Carol Circus. You picked up the book. It was titled Suzerain, the story of President Rayne. You faintly smiled. President Rayne, 4th President of Sordland in 54-58. SP. History will remember you as a sordid capitalist. So show short at sordid politicians. Alright. Who are you? I can't remember. Alright, so these are Caucasian. Yep, they're Caucasians. We've got capitalist down here. Your swordish reformism. And up here, darker in soul. Wow. Wow, I'm stunned. At least we know how long this has got in it now after the last episode. After what I said at the start of this episode, rather. Wow, 35 minutes in, and it's over. Wow. I don't know what to say really. At least I didn't die, you know, but it did not end well. We're coming back to this next week, and she's going to pay. Over that military bloke are going to pay. Yeah, there's going to be a different President Rayne coming back next week. Absolutely. I've enjoyed this far too much not to come back again. Yeah, him. Yeah. Him, and they're paying for it big time next time. Finish. Well, I hope you enjoyed that very short episode. I knew it was coming to an end, but I didn't think it was going to come to an end that quickly. Anyway, as a final credits roll, yeah, I think for the next, because I'm going to come back to this, because I've been thinking for a while, I'm definitely going to come back. I think next time we can't let anything get to any vote that gets to the National Assembly without any support for the opposition, he's dead in the water. I think we've got to go after the old guard straight away, and we've got to get the reformists on side. I should have taken that guy's offer, the leader of the opposition's offer to Vice President for my support. We'd have got it through then. But yeah, wow. I thought I enjoyed that. I was geared up for a 2-hour recording session tonight, and it's all over after like half an hour. Right. I'll leave it here. I'm going to go. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and we will be back with this. Without a shadow of a doubt, we will be back with this. Definitely next week. And I hope you enjoyed that, and let me know how you got on. Thanks very much, and I'll definitely see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.